Hello, it's Hood Holmes here. Today I'm here to talk to you about the lineup for PlayStation 4. I'm going to be discussing some of the brilliant games that come out of this console, just give you a bit of background detail on them. So we're going to start first with the beautiful game Watch Dogs. The graphics on this game look superb, the gameplay looks so interesting, I really can't wait to get my hands on this. Let's give you a bit of background detail. So you play as Aidan Pierce, a brilliant hacker and former thug whose criminal past led to a violent family tragedy. Now on the hunt for those who hurt your family, you'll be able to monitor and hack all who surround you by manipulating everything connected to the city's network. Access omnipresent security cameras, download personal information to locate the target, control traffic lights and public transportation to stop the enemy and more. Use the city of Chicago as your ultimate weapon and exact your own style of revenge. So from this scene here you can actually see that you can access character details around him. So if we look at this one here now where he's got the threat level going up, it just shows you how far away he is from actually killing that woman, I believe. So when he's ready he can come out of cover, he's going to pounce on this dude, and as you can see it goes into a chase scene. And you notice that he's running through the stores here. Look at the textures on the floor, they look absolutely amazing. The rendering looks really good. It's obviously taking advantage of the PS4's console hardware now, which looks pretty cool. The parkour side of this game looks amazing as well. I love games where you get to climb buildings, etc. and fences, you know, it brings a lot more atmosphere to the game and it's more intense. And as you can see from the scene as well there, it's quite a violent game, which is brilliant. Any game that's violent is cool. Here's a chance to see the hacking in progress. So he's got the pillars coming up there, the post to stop that car. And he's also got a slow motion mode as well here. So you can see he takes out a police car. It just looks like it's going to be one awesome game. And it's going to be just a bloodbath, I reckon. I'm just going to be running around killing people left, right and so we wait here, he's trying to get away from the police who are chasing him. And he can actually stop this train now. So once he stops that train he can board it and hopefully get away. But he's got to watch out for security cameras because they are watching him everywhere. This was my #1 game on my list for PlayStation 4, that was Watch Dogs. Okay, so next up it's Drive Club. So Drive Club is a game to play in real clubs in real time and will feature racing and challenges for players to complete, explain the developers. The game will link to a companion app on smartphones and tablets where players will have 24/7 untethered access to their club. The app will also let you set up race challenges and release them into the public for players to complete or organise huge tournaments of thousands of players. The developer promises visual details that borderline insane, with detailed car models right down to individual fibres in carbon fibre panels and reflections on the bulbs in the headlight arrays. Now, I'm not a very big racing car fan, but this game does look very cool. It is intriguing, so I would like to play it. Maybe I can get to play it at Eurogamer if they have the PS4 there. Well, hopefully they will, because it's going to hopefully be at Christmas. Okay, so next up we have Destiny. Now this game looks awesome. From the creators of Halo and the publisher of Call of Duty comes Destiny, the next evolution of entertainment. With an unprecedented variety of FPS gameplay, Destiny is an incredible story set within a newly imagined, always connected universe filled with action and adventure. In Destiny, you are a guardian of the last safe city on Earth. You must defend the city, defeat our enemies and reclaim all that we have lost. Well, that looks very cool. I can't wait to find out more information on that. As soon as I do, I will pass it on. Okay, so next up we have Knack. This is the story of a young man who falls in love with a chicken and makes sweet, sweet love to... I've got the wrong notes here. Sugar, that's for a different game, sorry. Mankind enlists the help of an unlikely hero named Knack to protect them from a dangerous new threat in this fun-filled and action-packed adventure set in a unique and vibrant world. So this game is about a team of people who have to fight some goblins. Very original. And it reminds me of quite a bit of like a cameo-style game, you know, like you had on a 360 when it first came out. So it does look pretty cool though, it gets better. You've got this little robot here who is made up of pieces. Now, over the time of the game, I believe you can actually make him into a bigger robot basically by joining on more pieces to him, or he gathers up more pieces as he goes. I'm not sure whether or not you have a sidekick who actually helps Knack, or if Knack's helping other people. It'd be very cool to play as a co-op game, this would be. I think it'd be really cool if you could play alongside Knack and you help one another. That'd be pretty cool, but who knows, they'll release some more details I'm sure in the future soon to let us know. So there we have the Goblin. And the animations are very cool on this game. As you can see there, look, he's picked up a lot more pieces and he's a big old robot. And so far it's looking pretty good. I would like to actually play this. Hopefully we'll get to play it somewhere along the lines when it comes out on some sort of stage demo. I'm sure Eurogamer will have it. But I mean, it looks very, very cool. It's quite original. I mean, there's a few bits and pieces here that are taken from other games, I think. But that's again some of Sony's works as well. I think they're really taking this to the next level and seeing what they can do with this. I do like the concept of actually starting out as a small robot who gets to pick up these pieces. I think that's pretty cool. So there we have it, Knack. Oh, look at the little guy. And he's tiny again. Okay, so next up we have Infamous Second Son by the lovely Sucker Punch. I remember playing the first game actually when it first came out on the PS3, and I really enjoyed this game. The whole element of being able to run around the city and scale walls and use all your powers, it was an awesome game. It really was, and the graphics on it were beautiful, so I'm really looking forward to actually seeing some gameplay of this one. So, if I give you a bit more of a background detail on the game, Second Son takes place 7 years after the last Infamous. The events in New Marais and Empire City have led the government to form the Department of Unified Protection, DUP. This agency is dedicated to keeping any citizens with possible superpowers under wraps to avoid any future bloodshed. Delsin Rowe is a 24-year-old living in the Seattle area. He is a normal, self-absorbed 20-something until one fateful day. While rescuing passengers from a bus crash, he discovers that he can control smoke or even turn into it. Sucker Punch suggested that he may have acquired the power from other passengers in the bus. Perhaps that mystery will be solved in the campaign. Long story short, the DUP designates Delsin as a bioterrorist and tries to take him in. Delsin is an obedient type though. He decides to fight back against the government's authority. In Second Son, players will be able to freely explore Seattle. As with past two Infamous games, players will also be able to make important choices to change the story. Delsin will presumably have to choose whether to use his powers for good or bad. Well, if it's up to me, I will be making sure I use all my powers for bad things, because I love destroying things and hurting people. Sorry, I'm evil. Sorry. So far off on the video footage you can see here, it does look pretty cool, but it leaves a lot open to be desired here. I would really want to see some more gameplay. I want to see what sort of powers you're going to have in this game, what you're going to be able to do. You know, I want to see the quality of actual in-game footage as well. I am really looking forward to seeing more details on this game as it is released though. There we go, Infamous Second Son. Okay, so next up we have The Witness. This is about a girl who goes on holiday to France and ends up actually having her dad have to come and rescue her after she's taken by terrorists. This is the script for Taken, what the hell? Right, sorry about that. If I actually give you some proper details on the game now. A tree of any significance in a film or game will have a bird perched on its branches chirping away. Cicadas will buzz, wind will rustle in its leaves, branches will creak, stress and morph right before your ears. All this happening without you actually seeing it or really expecting to, interestingly. In The Witness, every element has purpose. A key game mechanic in fact relies on the player's perception as they explore, so we're not just talking aesthetics, nor is literally stated, runs the game's playability. Noticing it, as a Buddhist will call it, is key to discovering solutions and even finding the puzzles themselves. Nothing in The Witness is superfluous. All this said, the island is a tangible, living, breathing, organic place following roughly the same laws of our universe. The trees exist, they have mass and energy. My eyes receive bands of lights reflecting off them, and in fact they are quite beautiful. So then what do my ears hear? Silent is not only a bad artistic choice, it's untrue. At this point you've probably asked, what about music? It's no spoiler that there isn't a gigantic speaker system in the sky, fed by a mic'd orchestra. So, nonetheless, the island is a fascinating place with lots to see, hear and do. From the information I've seen in this game so far, they really have put a lot of effort into sounds. They really are trying to find subtle sounds, really, you know, subsonic stuff that's really quiet and you really have to listen out for carefully. If you miss that sound, you might not be able to complete your challenge. And I think that's really interesting and intriguing, and that makes me really want to play this game. So this is on the list of games I'd like to purchase with the PlayStation 4 if I get one. And if you look at the lovely graphics on there as well, it does look very beautiful, very vibrant place to go. I'd love to explore that whole island, it looks awesome. And they've really put some good effort in here with the textures and the lighting. Looks brilliant, really excited. That was The Witness. Okay, so next up we have Capcom's Deep Down. So Capcom have announced a new fantasy action IP provisionally titled Deep Down. It's in works for PlayStation 4, although there was no mention during Sony's conference of it being an exclusive, unlike other games shown. Capcom's Yoshinori Ono introduced footage running on the company's new next-gen Pan-to-Ray engine, which appears to be able to pump out particle effects and advanced lighting matching the famous Smoking Man Unreal Engine 4 video. Brief snippets of gameplay showed men in armour sneaking through a cave to attack a dragon. One selects a fire arrow and shoots it at the beast. So far looking at this gameplay video, it does look pretty cool. All the details and textures, they've really put some real work into this. Look at the lighting effects as well. It looks awesome, and they're really going to take advantage of the hardware they've got to play with now for this. So at the moment on this footage, you can actually see them venturing in further into this cave or temple. to actually go and find what they can hear to believe is a dragon. Now if you look at the detail on this dragon, it looks awesome. Look at that fire coming out of his mouth. Now this dude's going to hide because he's a complete scaredy cat. But look at that fire, look, the detail and the particle effects coming off that, they look astonishing, they look amazing. This is definitely going on my list for games I want to get when the PlayStation 4 comes out. Look at that, I mean anything with a dragon is awesome, as we all know. I mean look at Skyrim, amazing. So yeah, this is definitely on the list. I mean look at the detail and the particles there coming off and the lighting, look at that. As I've said before, although you're not going to notice a massive jump between say PS2 and PS3, that kind of jump, you are going to notice a big difference with the rendering on this and the way the decals look. It does look awesome, as long as this is actually the real gameplay footage. I'm sure it is. They wouldn't lie to us, would they? So he's really taking a pounding from this dragon at the moment, and as you can see this shield is heating up into one big sort of fire shield. Very magical. So I hope we get more details on that, what's going to be involved in the game. Now this last scene you can see someone actually messaging their friend to come and help them and saying he'll share his spoils with them, so that's pretty cool as well. Apparently you can save games and send them over to your friends to complete for you. So that was Capcom's Deep Down. Okay, so last up on this PlayStation 4 lineup is Killzone Shadowfall. I loved all the Killzones, especially 2 and 3. 3 was definitely my favourite. The way the AI works on this game is awesome. It's always been really good. The gunplay is amazing. The sounds are awesome. I just love the run and gun feel of this game, and it is a very messy game, but that's what I love about Killzone. So if I give you a few more details on the actual game itself and some of its background and story. So the game is set in the near future, 30 years after the events of Killzone 3. The world is a very different place. Two rival factions known as the Helghast and the Vectans live side by side in a futuristic city divided by a vast wall. Tensions are high and the Cold War they are embroiled in is about to go hot. In the midst of it all stands a Shadow Marshal, you, the most special of special forces tasked with maintaining the delicate balance from responding to a bold attacks to quiet infiltrations or all-out combat. You will be required to adapt and think on your feet as you have to face a variety of escalating events that could destroy your homeworld. So what they're actually saying is, well, there's never a quiet approach, is there, in Killzone? You basically run and gun, and that's what I love about this game. It's awesome. You're going to go and blast the shit out of someone, and that's what I love about it. So here you can see it's a nice quiet scene going to a completely destructive scene. So you watch the build get blown up, and look at the detail on this. From this next cutscene you actually can see how much detail's really been put into this game. So you're going to notice a lot, you know, there's a little bit of a jump up from the PlayStation 3 on what you're going to notice on rendering here. I mean look at the dust effects and that, it looks awesome. Seems a bit too friendly at the moment, this scene, doesn't it? Oh, he's going to get someone to come help him. That's okay. I'm sure they're going to be fine. It's all fine. It's probably a mistake. Ooh, that wasn't a mistake. Well, obviously for what he just did there, he's going to have to die, isn't he? Oh no, I'm going to be the one to do it. Oh, that sneaky bastard. Look at that. But I've got a trick up my sleeve. Gotcha! Nice. So look at the gunplay here. I mean, I love the sound of the guns on Killzone. It's always been a favourite of mine, the guns on here. And look at the way the AI actually is shooting as well. Not that this guy's actually shooting many of them very fast. He seems to be terrible at it. Here we go, look at that. He's got the double scope on his gun as well, so we can switch between the two. And, I believe in the second you hear, you're actually going to see a sniper taking out a few of his colleagues here, so his comrades. So. There we go, look, top left, there he is, he's up the top. Look at that, I love the way he slides to cover as well, that's pretty cool. So, look at the detail around you as well while you're playing this game. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Killzone, is the textures and the details and that. And it just makes you really feel like you're more a part of the scene as well. It makes you feel like you're in that sort of war zone. And you see we've got some stealth takedowns here as well. And he also gets to throw a lovely knife at that dude, but it's not going to take him out because he's powerful. Look at that. Sounds are absolutely superb. Nice neck right there. So they have a little bit of a, you know, a bit of stealth to this game as well. Not much, but there is a little tiny bit here. Just look at this, you've got the slow time as well. Any game with slow time is always on my list to buy. I love slow time in games with FPS games. It's just so satisfying shooting someone with slow time. So this bit here goes into an action scene where he has to go onto the ship. And it's lucky that rope was hanging there, wasn't it? Because he wouldn't have made it otherwise. So basically he has to get onto the ship here and plant some C4 explosives. Look at the detail, very Crysis-like here as well, I think. Sorry to compare it to another game like Crysis, but I think it is. And boom, mission accomplished. He's safe, he can go home. Or can he? Well, how's he going to get out of this one? I don't know, but we are going to find out eventually when we all get to get this game. Nice, so that was Killzone Shadowfall. I hope you enjoyed that one. I did, and I can't wait for that game to be released. Well, I hope you enjoyed this compilation video for PlayStation 4 on some of the games that are coming out. I really am looking forward to seeing more games that are going to be released on the PlayStation 4 and more details on these games I've covered today. So if you have any comments, please comment on this video, like the video and subscribe to my channel. I really would love to discuss some of the games here that I've covered today and also the console's hardware. So just hit me up, message me, comment and we can discuss it further. So thanks again for watching. See you soon. Bye.